Hi folks, sorry for the state you're seeing me in, but I don't have time to wait another hour and a half so that I can present a human in front of the lens. I have to say I hesitated a long time before showing the tough side of things, because it's the state I'm in right now is a state in which my family, my close ones, never see me, because I get myself collected before I show myself in the morning or during the day. And when I'm really bad, I just tell the twins to I'm going in my room, just don't come. So now I'm posting it on a public website. It might be a bit hard on them, and I'm sorry, but on the other hand, if we want to raise awareness for our illness, the only way is showing all sides of it, not just the positive ones. Which brings me to my subject of the day, which I was thinking about last night, is the way other people look at you. You can tell yourself all you like every day, all day, that you don't care what other people think. It still has an impact whether you've managed to put yourself in your little psychological bubble yet or not. And sorry. For example, about 10 years ago or something, I went with my partner at the time and my twins, who were like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, I can't remember exactly, to this mega enormous hyper supermarket thing that can take the whole day to go around. And I already wasn't in a very good state at the time, because it was Belgian summer again, so it was changing temperature like 10 degrees, drop and rise every half an hour or something. And so I wasn't dressed very heavily, like with jumpers and things, and I walked through this refrigerator aisle, and I just got paralyzed because of the cold. Luckily, because it's an enormous hypermarket, you could go and get a wheelchair at the entrance, so they went to fetch one for me. And I spent the rest of the Saturday afternoon on a crowded shopping day in a hypermarket, in the life of someone who lives in a wheelchair. Which I would like to say a little shout out to ladies who hang their handbags on their shoulders. You know, when you're sitting in a wheelchair, you're just at the right height to get it in. The people are just at the right height to get your handbag in the face if you turn around without paying attention. It happened to me I don't know how many times, not the slightest word of sorry or apology or anything. They just carried on their way, because well, at least that's the conclusion I pulled out of it, is that when you're in a wheelchair, either you're totally invisible, or you're this kind of strange animal that either inspires pity or disgust or whatever, but you're definitely not a human being, apparently. And that's only one afternoon. It did teach me a lot of things about myself and about illness, and about a lot of things that afternoon. And so I even had this kid who was pushing the shopping cart, who barged into my legs, and it just hit my shin bone. And the mother said, "Oh, don't worry, if she's in a wheelchair, it means she's paralyzed. She can't feel anything anyway, so just try and be a bit more careful next time." And that's it, no apology, no nothing. And so the day went on like that, with people either looking at me with pity or something, or disgust, or it was really, really a terrible experience. And I was lucky, because I could get out of the wheelchair at the end of the day, so it was only a part-time experience, let's say. And to this, I'd like to insert a little word for, if ever anybody like that happens to watch a video like this, which wouldn't be very compatible, because if you couldn't give a damn about other people, especially when they're really not going to watch fibromyalgia awareness videos. But before judging, or before looking at people who have a visible illness, or before making fun of them, or ill-treating them even, why don't you try spending 24 hours in their life? For example, where I used to live before, it was in the city, it was a very busy neighborhood. There was this blind person who was very independent, doing his shopping on his own and everything, and there were these little shits, and sorry, I can't call them any other thing, whose game used to be to a challenge to run up to the guy, to touch him, to scare him, and then run away again, and then they got points because depending on the way they had scared him or not. And I would say, you know what, let's bandage your eyes up for 24 hours and let you in the middle of the city and see how you're terrified being in a kind of hostile environment that a city or anywhere can be when you can't see what's coming at you. Let's just do it 24 hours and see if you're such a laughy crowd after you've done that, because I'm willing to bet some of you would pee your pants, honestly. Anyway. So I don't know which is worse, a visible illness or an invisible one, but in this case Fibro is invisible. Well, at least we try and keep it as invisible as possible to protect our close ones. But I'd like to speak of the example of my daughter who goes to school. She's in a boarding school so that she can avoid the stress and the exhaustion of the to and fro's. And at the beginning of the year, I taught her how to explain to everyone what she was going through, so that she could get a bit of understanding and support. And also I wrote about 2 pages of short, explanation of exactly what it felt like, so she could show her teachers, so she could show her friends and the people at the boarding school, so that maybe she get a bit of understanding at least. And despite all that, so she's got certain friends who kind of half believe her, half not, who will be supportive when other people try and bully her, but on the other hand will come up and playfully just pinch her here and paralyse her arm for the rest of the day and bring tears to her eyes, or slap her in between the shoulder blades in a playful slap, bring her to her knees with a sudden pain. She's got those who think they totally understand, who are pretty supportive, but again can't reconcile the fact that because she's a very positive person and she tries to put a smile on her face whatever state she's in, because well, maybe it's my message that got through to her, that if you smile and stay positive you feel a bit better at least than moping and crying. Anyway, whatever her reasons, she's a very positive and brave girl, and so when they see her laughing and smiling, they figure she's okay because she's laughing and smiling. They don't realise she's dying inside, so they push her around a bit and things like that. Anyway, she's going through hell just to be able to get through her schooling. And then the worst part is those who don't believe her at all, who believe that she's just pretending so that she can pick and choose what courses she goes to or attends to the end of the 50-minute period or whatever. And worst of all is her gym sports teacher, because that person, I think, from the way she's acting and reacting, is she doesn't believe in Fibro at all, and she thinks that Maudin's just faking it. So she decided that despite all the medical papers and certificates that I gave her, saying that she could do like yoga and soft kind of not too hard exercises like walking, yes, but not for 3 hours and things like that, she decided that all that was bogey. So she's gone and given her 0 on her end of the year report, and given her an exam to pass at the end of the summer holidays here, which involves either running for 40 minutes without the slightest pause, which I defy a lot of healthy people to do actually, and or 40 laps in a swimming pool. which goes to show that either she's totally a sadist or she just doesn't believe one word of what my daughter's saying. And that's why I want to make awareness videos. That's why I'm going to do all I can to make these things go viral so a maximum of people can see them. That's why I'm considering even maybe sending the link to the school and to the boarding school managers, so that, because I proposed at the beginning of the year to go and have a talk to all the teachers, because if she's got fibro, maybe others have in that school. There's, I don't know how many, well, there's a lot of kids. Maybe others have things like that, whether it's be fibro or something else, an invisible illness. And I do believe that teachers and children maybe wouldn't be inherently cruel just for the pleasure of it, but if they understood better, okay, there'll always be people who are heartless, that's the nature of life. But if those around understood better, maybe they'd be less harsh and less cruel to people like my daughter, and to, you know, I'm talking about work colleagues, for those who still work and things like that. So excuse me, I have to drink a bit of coffee. And so that's why I'm going to carry on doing awareness videos. And I just wanted to say that just because it's an invisible illness, just because you'll see us walking and smiling and being positive and talking more or less coherently, doesn't mean we're not dying inside, doesn't mean we're not crying inside, doesn't mean it's not a combat of every second, of every minute. We're just trying to protect you from the harsh side of it, because there's no point in making other people suffer as well as ourselves. And which is why I think the more awareness there is, maybe the more compassion will spread in life, or maybe not, because humanity is a weird beast. At the time I started all these videos, the world is going to hell in a handbasket. There's the Ebola outbreak, there's the Israel-Palestinian conflict, there's Syria, there's these people in Iraq who've been cut off from, thousands of people on a mountain who've been cut off from the water supply by the fighters, who are just dying of thirst, and the whole international community is doing just nothing about it. I haven't checked yet on the hurricanes that were supposed to hit Hawaii. So I think humanity needs to shake itself out of this cruel phase and realise that we're all living on a, you know, it's a bug. There aren't any corners to hide in. It's all one place, right? Anyway, I've got to go because it's already done me in doing what I've done. No, I'll try and pop in later, but I've got things to do today, so I don't know when I'll be back. Anyway, apologies again to my sister specifically, because she's got a tiny heart, and when she sees me like that, makes her cry. Sorry, Nat, but that's the reality. Be so. Bye.